All right, so this is gonna be this is gonna be the last episode on this LS1 for the customer that owns it now. So we talked to the customer, and he made some decisions, and so we may have an offer for the audience. So stay tuned, and we're gonna get into it. All right, so I gave the customer some options. He wants to do a high compression nitrous deal. I thought we was gonna do a blower, but that's a different deal. So he wanted high compression and a lot of nitrous. And the cylinders are they're just not what they need for that application. I actually checked some that are not bored, and they're not what you need for that application. They're just thin. And you know, the LS1 has the same liner as a 5.3. So basically LS1 is just 5.3 board, you know, whatever it is, 100 and change. So ultimately, you know, the option was I'll just keep the block for all the work. That way he don't have a, you know, a quote unquote block he can't use and have to pay for all this labor. So, and I think I seen at least one person asked, maybe more, you know, why would I not bore it first before I done all this other work? So the answer to that question is, if we'd have bored this cylinder before we done all that other work, the cylinder would not be parallel and perpendicular to the crankshaft, right? So the only way we can make that, and we only got, you know, you can't bore it a little bit and then bore it a little bit more. We only got to bore it 20. We only got one shot. So trying to, you know, and it wasn't gonna clean up on 10, and it was questionable at 20. So if we'd have bored it 20, now the cylinder ain't straight, and then we'd have done all the other, then we'd have just, you know, made a call then, right? But had it have cleaned up, well, now we got a cylinder it's not like the rest of them. So that's why the operations go in the order they do. And so sometimes this kind of stuff happens, and it just is what it is. So for the viewer, this thing is gonna be for sale, because I'm not gonna junk it. It's still a good motor. It's a perfectly fine, naturally aspirated street engine, perfectly fine. So, having said that, this thing is for sale. You can get it a couple of ways, but you can get it as a 383, or you can get it as a LS1. I have both cranks on the shelf. We have a forged stock stroke and forged 4-inch stroke. The only caveat is, we will have to make a piston, regardless of what compression you want or any of that junk. We're gonna have to make a piston because of the bore size. So it is 30 over, it will be 30 over. I'll 100% confirm that, but I'm pretty sure 30's fine. If we had to go 40, it's only gonna reduce the wall thickness 5 thousandths, so it ain't like the end of the world. But I'm just saying, I feel pretty confident 30's gonna get it. So if you are interested and you are ready to put a deposit down, because I'm not going to do anything else to it till somebody puts a deposit down. And then when they do, we're going to finish up where we at, and then we'll get pistons ordered. And I don't know, it's usually 8 weeks, but sometimes 12 to make pistons, and then we super busy. So even in 8 or 12 weeks, you're not going to get a motor. It's probably going to be 2 or 3 months to finish it and get it out of here. And it will be video documented, the whole process, just like we do a lot of this other stuff. So, having said all of that, if you are interested, send an email. Don't put it in the comment. You can say I'm interested in the comments, but I'm not gonna respond to that. If you really are interested, go to the website. There's a link to send me an email. Just mash the button, send me an email, put in the description LS1, and then we can go from there. So, but I just hate to see this thing get junked. because it's a perfectly good motor. The block's in really nice shape other than this rust issue. Other than that, it's in really nice shape, and it'll make a great street motor. There is no signs of the sleeves delaminating, you know, like some of them, the sleeve will delaminate from the aluminum. I don't see any of that kind of stuff going on, so I feel good about the block. So having said all that, and I mean, I'd like to just do a short block. And if you want a cam, we can do you a cam and put a cam in it and all that, but I'd like to do it as a long block, and then we can, if you are not local, you know, we happy to strap it on a pallet, you know, bag it, tag it, strap it on a pallet and ship it to you wherever you're at. We can do that, that's not a problem. So, but I just wanted to put it out there. Again, like I said, this will be the last episode, you know, like this. And then if we do any more episodes, it'll be us building this thing for somebody. So anyway, if you're interested, send an email. We appreciate you so much. If you need any other parts, check out the website. Thank you. See you on the next one.